Hello, welcome back to my Fierrrce Forex for Beginners YouTube series. This is Miss Fierrrce from the Fierrrce Trade House, and we are in Module 8. Guys, we've been tackling technical analysis, and we looked at previously chart patterns and easy chart patterns to trade in the market. We look at the Fibonacci tool, and we're still ongoing with our technical analysis, and I want to do a quick video on my top 3 candlestick patterns. Now, when I talk about top 3, I'd say that because there's so many setups that you can find in the Candlestick Bible and online and all that, and there's so many different names to all those candlesticks. Now, for me, I just narrowed them to 3. I don't even know the names of some of these candlesticks, but then this is how I look at them. Okay, so these are the ones that when I see on my chart, I smile because I know that a certain move is just about to happen. Okay, so the first candle is the 38.2% candle. Now, if you remember the Fibonacci module, we talked about the ratios. Okay, so 38.2% is just a ratio on the Fibonacci scale. Its equivalent is a 0.382 ratio. Okay, so this is the percentage of that ratio. So basically, when you see a bullish candle, okay, that looks somewhat like this, and then you take your Fibonacci tool and you drag it from your low to the high of this bullish candle, and you find that the body of the candle is above the 38.2% level on the Fib tool, then what you need to do is to anticipate a bullish move. Okay, I repeat, when you take your Fib from the low to the high of a candle that looks like this, and the body of the candle is above the 38.2%, then we know that we are still in buy territory, or a bullish move is coming up. The opposite is true if you see a bearish candlestick and then you drag the Fib from the high of the candlestick to the low, and the body of the candle is below the 38.2%, then you can begin to confirm, reconfirm, anticipate a bearish move. Okay, so I hope you're taking notes. If not, you can always rewind this video and watch it again to catch it. Now, so that's my first setup. The second setup I love is the bearish and bullish engulfing candle. This is pretty easy, common sense, logic. This second candle, okay, this bearish candle is engulfing the previous bullish candle. Okay, so when you see this setup where this candlestick is larger or covers the body of the previous candle here, we can anticipate a bearish move down. The opposite is true, okay, when we see this second body, this second candlestick, the body of this candlestick or this whole candlestick, it covers the body of the previous candlestick, we can then anticipate a bullish move. Okay, so this would be a bearish engulfing candle. This bearish candle engulfs the previous candle. Then this would be a bullish engulfing candle. This bullish candle engulfs or completely covers the body of the previous candle. Okay, so this is setup number 2. Setup number 3 almost looks like a bearish engulfing candle, but this is the difference. Okay, we have a bullish candle. Okay, the second bullish candle. So we have a bearish candle, candle number 1. We have the bullish candle, candle number 2. Now this bullish candle has a low and a high. Now when you see a setup like this whereby the low of the second bullish candle, okay, this bullish candle is lower than the low of the previous bearish candle, okay, what do we anticipate? We anticipate a move to the upside. Okay, so I repeat, the low, high, low of this bullish candle, okay, of this second bullish candle is lower than this low of this bullish bearish candlestick. When we see this, we are looking at a bullish momentum or a bullish move, or we are anticipating a bullish move to follow through. The opposite is true here. So this is a close below, okay, candle, and this is a close above. So the close above is the opposite of this. We find this bullish candlestick. You find that the high of this candle, okay, this second candle is higher than this, closes above this previous bearish candle. Okay, now when you see that, we are anticipating a move to the downside, meaning that there is pressure down. So this would be a bullish candle, but there's this long wick that actually formed a high that was higher than this previous high. So this is actually one of those candlestick setups that tends to confuse people, because guys are saying this is a bullish candlestick, so maybe we are moving up. But no, this high was higher than this one, and hence we are headed to the downside. And this is a bullish candle. And in this case, the low here is lower than this one. So this is a close below candle setup, and this is a close above candle setup. So guys, these are the three setups. Now we can look at this on our chart. So let me just go to my trading view, and let's see if we can find any of these three setups. So let me see. So the easy ones are what we like to see, the bearish engulfing candle. So this here is a bearish engulfing candle. Remember, the second candlestick engulfs the previous candle. So this candlestick has covered the entire body of this candlestick. So this is a bearish engulfing, and this signifies a downtrend. Okay, excuse me. So this is a bearish engulfing setup. We see another interesting setup here, which is a bullish engulfing setup. So we find this bullish candle engulfs the body of the previous bearish candle. Okay, so this is a bullish setup. So when you see this setup, you know price is pushing up. When you see this setup, you know price is pushing down. Okay, but you really want to see a bullish engulfing setup at the bottom of a trend. So this here would not be a very, very nice time to be entering the market per se necessarily, because it's at the end of a long bullish trend. Okay, so you'd rather get in lower. So in as much as this is a bullish engulfing, I wouldn't consider it because it's too high up in the trend. Like this trend has been moving all the way here. So a better one would be this one, whereby we saw price moving up, and then we see price retracing, and then finally we see this bullish candle engulfing this previous candle. Okay, and that is an example of can give you a hint that price wants to continue to do what? To move to the upside. Okay, now at the top of the trend we see the bearish one. So bullish engulfing setup here, and if I just mark it out so that you can see, this is the bullish engulfing setup. Okay, bullish engulfing, and this is the bearish engulfing setup. Okay, for example. Now let's look for another. So this is again bullish engulfing setup. This is let's see, this one hasn't engulfed the candlestick, so I'm not going to talk about that just yet, but this one has. It has engulfed the previous candlestick, so this is a bearish engulfing candlestick. So we've already identified how a bearish and a bullish candlestick looks like. So that is candlestick setup number one, usually the easiest to identify on a chart. Now another one I want to look at would be the close above and close below. So I'm looking for a close above and a close below. So here we go. Close above, wait, I'm still looking for it. Usually it's a very high probability setup. Now here we go. What do we see here? We see this candlestick here. There's the low and there's the high. I'm going to assume this is a kind of like a dodgy candlestick, but this is the high and this is the low, right? Okay, so this high is actually higher than this one. Okay, and this could easily have been a bullish candlestick. I can't really tell unless maybe I saw it printing, because of course this we're seeing in hindsight, but you'd be able to see how the candlestick printed. Okay, so my assumption is that this candlestick pushed down and then it pushed up, and then there's a bit of indecision, like neither the bears and bulls were in control per se. But I'm looking at the high. The high is above this high, and this is like there was a rejection. Okay, so price pushed down or up first, and then there was a rejection. So this high formed above this high, and that signified a down move. Okay, so this is the high close above this previous high, signifying a down move. Okay, so it's not an engulfing candle or anything. It's just a close above the previous candlestick. Let's look for another one. We have this here. Perfect setup. Close above this candlestick. So this is actually, wait, no, this is a bearish candlestick. And this is a bullish candlestick. So I want to look for a different setup. Just hold on, guys. This one is a bit more trickier to find. Let's see, have we taken out this candlestick? Not really. Okay, this is a close below candlestick. Okay, it closed below this candle. Okay, this bullish candle, the close was below this candle. So technically, this is a push to the upside. Close above, this is a bullish candle. It closed above this previous candle, signifying a rejection. Okay, let's keep looking. So you may not see them all the time, but when you see them, it's really, really significant. This close was below this close, so this is a bullish move. So please note, this is not an engulfing candlestick, but the close of this, of this candle is below the close of this bearish candlestick. Okay, so this is the close below candlestick. So this signifies a bullish move to the upside. Now let's see the difference between this setup and this one. So let me just highlight them so that we don't get confused. That's setup one, setup two. So setup one is a bullish engulfing candle. This candlestick engulfed the body of this candlestick. So this signifies a bullish move, and that's why we see price actually pushed up. Okay. Now, setup two is a close below. It's not a bullish engulfing, it's a close below the previous bearish candle, also signifying a move to the upside. Okay, so guys, hopefully you can see the difference. You can see the difference. Again, just watch this again if you're getting confused. So there's one more setup that we haven't looked at or seen, the 38.2%. Bullish candle. Let me see. Okay, let's maybe look at, I'm just going to pick a random. I'm going to pick this candlestick. This is a bullish candlestick. I'm going to take my fib. I'm going to take it from the low to the high here. Okay, there. Now, what do I see? The body of the candle is above the 38.2. This is the body of the bullish candle. It's above the 38.2%. What does that signify? A bullish move. What do we see? Bullish, bullish, bullish move. Bullish, bullish, bullish move. Okay, that's one. And this is on the 1 hour. So I'm going to pick another candlestick here. First of all, I want to see how many pips these candles are. This is like 100, yeah. This is like 114 pips. So we see this candlestick here that has formed. Okay, so I'll take my fib. And I'll be like, so this is signifying a bearish move, but then we have, because the body is below the 38.2%. So, but we did move down. I mean, we ended up pushing up, but then we finally moved down. So you'd have been in a bit of a drawdown if you decided to start selling at this point in time. But from this candle maybe to this is about 60 or so, 52 pips. Okay, but this is, when you see such candlesticks, it's not that you start jumping into the trade. No, you're supposed to just observe and then add it to something else to confirm. Like if you see a certain wedge pattern, maybe, or you see another bullish engulfing, you know, or above close or below close candle, and so on and so forth. So you're going to combine this with everything else. Remember, I've said in the beginning, you don't just trade one thing. You look for multiple confirmations, at a minimum 3 confirmations before you decide you want to enter a trade. The more the merrier, okay? So here would have been a bit tricky, but when you look at this candlestick here, if I take my fib, swing from the low, sorry, to the high of this candlestick there, the body of the candle is just above the 38.2. So we are bullish. We are still anticipating bullish momentum. Okay. So, and you can see we continued to climb higher and higher and higher and higher. What do we see here? Here we see a bullish engulfing candle, but you also see the close of this candle is below this candle. So yes, confirming a bullish move. Here we see a bearish engulfing candle. We also see the close of this candle. Actually, this is just a bearish engulfing because this is a bearish candle. If it was a bullish candle with the low below, then we would be looking at the low below close candle. So this low is below this one. You can see price moved up. This low on this bullish candle is below the bearish, price moved up. In this scenario, this is not really the setup we're looking for, because the low was not below it. So you're not looking at that in terms of that setup. Yeah, so you just have to go through the charts and try and identify some of these candlesticks. Let me see, there's a swing low here. So let me look at this candlestick and take a fib there and see if it pans out or if it doesn't. The 38.2% is below, so, you know, not giving me, sorry, the body of the candle is above the 38.2%, yes. So confirming the bullish move to the upside, okay. Yeah, so basically, guys, I hope this makes a lot of sense, okay? Now, what do we see in this candlestick here? Price pushed up, formed a high, and this high was higher than this bearish candle. So what are we signifying? A downtrend. And what did we do? We actually, when this candle closed up here, it dropped 144 pips, okay? Here we have a bearish engulfing candle. Here we have a bearish engulfing candlestick. Bullish engulfing candlestick. Bullish engulfing. This was a bullish candle, okay? The high is above the bearish candle high. So what are we looking for? Sells. So guys, I hope this makes sense. This really should, if you're just starting out, this should help you to make some money in the market. If you combine this with the chart patterns we talked about and the use of the Fibonacci tool in terms of looking for retracement zones and things like that we discussed in the previous video, you should really be good to go. So that's all for this module, guys. Up next in module 9, we'll be discussing and onwards, we'll now be looking at market structure and multiple time frame analysis. So until then, see you soon. Bye-bye.